And I remember crying to him in my garage. And I was talking to Pat and I was like, who would do this to themselves? Like, I am working all the time. I'm not making any money. My husband is like, what are you doing? All my friends were like, what are you doing? I am like, what am I doing? But I just knew in my heart that I knew that I wanted to do something to help people. And I also knew that I hate to say unemployable, because I am the worst employee. Like, I used to joke with my principal where I taught, like, I literally just quit a few months ago. And I used to tease him and be like, look, I'm completely unemployable. Like, he laughed at me because I was like, I am so busy. This is so hard. Like, I'm going to be out of your hair in like a couple of years. Like, just stick with me, teasing him. And he would always laugh. But I always knew that I wanted to be, and the person before him was terrible. I worked for this lady and she was like I think she was trying to, I don't know. That's a whole nother story. But, and I just had to trust the process. And I remember Pat was telling me that it's kind of like you're going up an escalator the wrong way. And I know a lot of you, hey, John, I know a lot of you probably have heard this before. And when you're going up that escalator, you're feeling like, what am I doing? This is crazy. My husband literally was like, what are you doing? Like, you're always on your phone. Like, you made $13 last week with this. Like, what are you doing? And it's really important that you explain to your family what you're doing. You show them that you're consistent. Because if you show up 2 days a week on your Facebook, but if they see you're passionate about it, like if your husbands and your family around you sees you working out, they see you trying, they see you persevering, they're going to start to believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself. Like, I literally, I didn't really believe in myself in the beginning because I saw others around me and I didn't think I could do it. Because I saw what they were doing. I saw what my upline, Annie Wallace, she's our upline, was doing. And I knew I could do it, but I didn't really believe in it. And then once I believed in it, it's almost like I felt like I almost had to lie to myself. I showed up every day because that's what I could control. I can control that I show up every day. I don't not show up when somebody gets sick or I go on vacation or shit gets hard, excuse my language, because stuff's always going to be hard. Stuff's always going to come up in my life. But if you treat your business like a business, if my office opens and my store opens and my shop opens, it opens. And it doesn't, because something happened or I got busy, the show still got to go on. Because not only am I accountable to myself, I also, for me, feel like I'm accountable to my family. Because I don't mean to be like a super psycho or whatever, but if not to say if I fail, but if it really like falls apart and I don't really persevere, then I feel like I have a whole family that it's going to affect. Does that kind of make sense? So I have that in me and that drive and that why, because yes, I do want to help people, but I also want to be able to afford my choices. So it's okay to say that, you do want to make some money. Like, cause that sounds dirty when people say like I'm going to do this because I want to make money. That sounds just like dirty and like, but there's going to be some days you're not going to feel like helping people. I don't jump out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning because I'm so flipping excited to maybe connect with a lady down the street that might see my video that I'm going to post. It's hard. It's hard to get up and to work out. It's hard to put on a smiling face if I just got in an argument with my mom or my husband was, I don't know, doing what husbands do sometimes. They get moody, no offense. He's a good husband right now. He's like ironing all his stuff. And stuff's going to get hard, but you just got to have faith that, because really, like, if you think about a day and all the stuff that could go wrong, if you use that as an excuse, you'd never really show up, right? Because there'd be so much going on. So that was just a little bit about that. So I really want you to dive deep. Like, why do you want to do this? Why? Why do you want to do this? When you're posting on your wall that you did PIO day 4, and I'm like, day 4 PIO, what do you think that the public is going to, after a couple of weeks, what do you think the public is going to think about? For me, if I was on the other side, I would think, I could never do what John does because he works out every day. So that's not for me, right? Because if I post that here I am with my shake and it has 80,000 amino acids, nobody cares. You know, I don't even know what I'm drinking. I'm just kidding. But like, I mean, like nobody, like most people are not going to care about that. So how do we add value to people in our post? How do we add value to their life? Because when I came out as a Beachbody coach, that time hop will remind you that you, like me, like it'll remind me, you know, day 15, day 16, day 17, you know, want to join my challenge group? Let me know. I'll send you information. Nobody's going to like it. Nobody's going to like it. But if you try to peel back a couple layers, you know, a few layers in your post, like peel back a couple layers. Okay. So Randy, for example, does very, very well at this. And if she posted her transformation, like, here I was and now I lost weight. I'm looking for 5 people who would love to join me, and it's only $10.99, you know? Nobody's going to join her. But if she talks about how it's given her more energy, how she feels as a woman, men plug your ears, maybe you feel sexier, you're more confident. People come up to you and they say, what are you doing? I don't know. I used to have tons of anxiety and depression. It's because my nutrition was out of whack. I was tired all the time. I had the excuse I was on the go because I was a mom. I didn't have time to cook, and nobody got me. I wasn't like her. So I couldn't do what she's doing, right? So if you peel back a couple of those layers and tell people how it makes you feel better, why you're doing it, then people will relate with you. And I'm reading the book. Actually, I'm a little ADHD. I don't know if you've noticed that. Undiagnosed child from the late 70s. And so I read like 5 books at the same time. Like I literally like listen to like 3 audiobooks. If you're wondering why I'm still on the energy bus, yeah, because I'm reading 4 other books right now. Yeah, John, we're like sharing a brain over here. So anyway, in one of the many books that I'm reading, it talks about how like Dell computers and Mac computers. Dell computers are way better. Their operating system, they always give commercials about they are the best. So if I keep telling you that my challenge group is the best and that Beachbody programs are the best in the world and that people lose weight from them, nobody's going to care. Everybody wants to buy a Mac. Why? Because Mac is status. Mac is exciting. Mac notebooks are fun. They're colorful. They're bright. They're shiny. They're doing this. So I kind of thought to myself, I was like, you know what? Because we're all doing the same thing technically. We all have the same programs. We all have the same stuff. So why would one coach be getting 20 Success Club points where one does the same thing over and over and over and may not be getting any? Okay. Now the negative Nancy in my mind from the past when I started coaching was, well, I'm doing what she's saying and it's still not working. You got to be real with yourself. You got to gut check yourself and you got to be real. 1 to 2 days a week probably is not going to cut it. So I don't know if you're following me on my story, but it made sense to me. So when you're putting it out there, you want to put it out how it makes you feel. Maybe you're not working out and you wish you were. Maybe you work out once or twice a week. Put that out there. You need help. You need accountability and you need people to join you. Because one thing coaches aren't, guys, is perfect. And when you forget to share the hard stuff in your journey, you become unrelatable. And 3 months ago, I had one of my worst months with getting Success Club points and helping change lives because, you know, I was like, I'm going to Punta Cana, 3-star diamond. Wow, I got someone to clean my house and everything. Super freaking exciting. It kind of pisses people off after a while. You know, so then you have to make sure that you're still transparent. And when you have those hard days, the days where I can't get up because I'm exhausted and I'm tired and I'm an overwhelmed mom and I'm crying because I have so much stuff to do. Of course, you don't have to type it all out there on Facebook, but you can breadcrumb a little bit of your story as you're sharing, you breadcrumb. An example would be the other day I talked about how I get up in the morning and I write in my little journal. Okay. I don't know if you saw that post. I'm assuming you guys don't always read my wall, but one of the posts I had was having a gratitude journal was important, because if I woke up and I said I was working out again, I've been doing that. Like, you got to add diversity to your store. You don't just have a sock store. You don't just have a, t-shirt store. You have a store with a wide variety of things in your business. So you have to diversify yourself when you're branding and when you're marketing. So I put, today I'm super thankful for my family and I want to express gratitude. My amazing husband just got, and then I didn't write, he got promoted or whatever at work, but I put he just got, and then I left my pen there because he's kind of private too. And he's like, when you put my business out there, somebody at work might see it, If you're wondering if I have a husband, yeah, I do. He just doesn't like he doesn't like to be like, I just worked out. He's like, take your picture, but crop me out of it. But, and that would be breadcrumbing, or if I'm like, God, things are just so hard today. I just feel like I can't move on. Like I just can't do it today. Maybe I'm saying that, but I'm holding my shake. I'm not talking about my shake, but I'm holding my shake, right? Little things like that breadcrumb your story instead of had my shake today, things like that. Okay, so that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Breadcrumbing, sharing, diversifying your Facebook, okay? Telling a story, struggles, successes, and why you're doing this. Not, hey, I have this group coming up, do you want, because we know it's awesome, but people really have no idea what we're really doing, okay? Okay, one of the other things I wanted to talk to you was about onboarding your challengers. So as you are onboarding your challengers meaning people that you are onboarding to the challenge group. We have a variety of challenge groups. So Scion and some of you are in, we split. So if you're wondering, some of you guys, why I may not be posting a lot in your group, because we have like 3 or 4 of them going on. But say you onboard somebody. What is the process? Like, what do you do when you sign a challenge pack? You're like, I signed a challenge pack. I'm changing a life. Now what? Do you get them and then do you throw them right in the challenge group and say, comment on everyone with a red circle emoji? If you do that, I promise you are going to overwhelm the flip out of the person, and they are going to see everyone working out. Immediately, they're going to be scared and say they cannot do that. Who has felt like that before when they've gotten thrown into a challenge group? I know I have. Okay? So how do we onboard our challengers? Hey, Hope.
Hey.
How do we onboard our challengers? Best piece of advice, and what I have found has worked. Now, if I was to run a challenge every 30 days and I sell a challenge pack to John on the 10th, but my challenge group doesn't start till the 25th, what is John's Shakeology going to do? John's Shakeology is going to sit on the counter. He's going to open it around the 25th. A week later, he's going to get an email that said his Shakeology is about to bill. John's going to postpone it. John just signed up this coach. That coach is going inactive. John drops rank. And eventually, when you're a Star Diamond, guys, dropping rank can cost you $10,000 when you're a Star Diamond coach from a quarterly bonus. Okay? Once you start advancing in rank, there's a lot of money involved. Okay? But on the other side of that. So what do we do? Like, why do we say the challenge is starting here and then we're throwing people in, but some people are here and some people are there? That is why. That is reason 1. Reason 2, the first thing I do when I sell a challenge pack is I do a one-on-one call with every single person I sell a challenge pack to. It is exhausting, and some days I want to cry. And I was talking to my husband, and I was like, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because the little things like that, the compound effect, guys, can work for you. And the compound effect can also work against you. Meaning, you put a lot of work into getting that person to buy that challenge pack, right? So you better hope that they are going to be on board and successful with that. You owe that to them, and you owe it to yourself. So what do? I set up a call with them. I go over their measurements. Pretty much I do pre-week with them before I throw them into the challenge, because they probably already missed it. We're on day 20. Where are they? cleaning out their kitchen. We've already did that 2 weeks ago, right? So they got to give me their measurements every Sunday. Before picture, or you cannot go on. I don't care if they cut their head off or they wear a long sleeve shirt and pants, because you don't want them to think you're a creeper. You know, like, you met me online, send me your body. So whatever they want to do. So picture, measurements, then I share my screen. Now, you don't know how to share your screen? It's really easy. So at the bottom where it says mute, can you see this, like share screen? All you do is click that share screen part, and then I go here, and then I go to teambeachbody.com, and I go over with them how to get in there on demand. I go over with them their calorie count. I go over with them the challenge group. I tell them exactly what the expectations are. Real quick, it's a 20-minute call. What are your goals? Why do you want this? Measurements. Comment on the ones with the red circle emoji. Feel free to cheer on others. Not required. I also have them set up on the app. Now, we've been playing around with this for a while. And in the beginning, there's so many of us now. I was saying, send me all your challengers emails, and I'm going to make Heather put them all in. I'm just kidding. Send me all your challengers emails, and we're going to put them all in. It takes hours, okay? So all I do is I go to the app. If you don't know how to get on the app, you can do it from your computer. w.mychallenge. And if you haven't been initially trained yet and you're a new coach, don't freak out with everything I'm telling you right now. If your upline coach has not trained you yet, that's okay. I also plan on doing a one-on-one call with you too, so don't freak out. So then I just add all my participants. Maybe I did. Okay. So I add all of my participants to this. I also add anybody that is that Beachbody gave me, because once you are a Emerald coach, you start getting leads. Those leads never respond to me when I email them and reach out to them. Has anybody experienced that? But if you add them into the app, 99% of the time they are accepting it, and I'm connecting with them through the app. That's how I'm finding them, through the app. Now, you don't know how to do it? I don't either. I don't know how to do half of this stuff, but you just got to play around with it. So you go to My Challenge Tracker, you set it up on here, make a group, you add in their email, you know, and then I'm not doing the Challenge Tracker app, like doing a challenge on there. It's too much stuff. And if I'm going to build a business with rapid fire, I don't have 4 flipping days to build this amazing challenge group and input all this stuff, because how would you ever make any money, and how would you ever help people in mass quantities? So what we've decided to do with some of the leaders on our team is we've decided to run the Facebook groups, and then we have decided for people just to track their workouts and their Shakeology on the app, because there are people, guys, that don't want their Facebook blowing up. So I tell my challengers they have the option: Facebook group, track workouts app, or both. Okay? I don't even give them an option. I just have them do both, and then eventually people pick which one they want to do. Okay? That's onboarding. Now, the challenges are running, and they're running, and they're running. Now, guys, I know, like, for me, it's hard to work out every day. It's hard to eat healthy every day, and it's hard to drink your shake every day. But one of those days, I'm doing at least one of the 3 of them. I'm either going to work out, I'm going to eat something healthy, or I'm going to drink my shake, right? I might not do them all. I might drink my shake and then eat a bunch of pizza bites. But I drank my shake and I took a picture of it, you know? And then you put it in there because your challengers want to see you. They want to see you. They want to see you show up. They don't want to see me. They don't want to see Suzanne all the time. They don't want to see Randy all the time. They want to see you. They signed up with you, right? So that's kind of how I do the onboarding. Going over that, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And if you guys are messaging me, sorry. Is someone trying to say something? Okay. So going over the app week before. Oh, yeah. So then So then they are actively involved in that. Then a week before all of my challengers shakes are billed, I tell them that they can then sign up for the discount to be a Beachbody coach, or they can build a business. There's a lot of coaches that sign people up as coaches from the start. Their turnover rate is absolutely ridiculous, meaning swinging door, coaches in, coaches out. Okay, you can do what you want, but what I found is if I can get you on a challenge pack, I can have a one-on-one conversation with you and go over the challenge. I'm 99% of the time, my turnover rate, meaning signing on coaches, is about 90% for every 10 challenge packs I sell, because I wait. And it's hard because we're so excited and we want to sign them up right away so that we can add a coach and we can build rank. But building yourself to a diamond and having a shallow organization is just about as good as not building yourself to a diamond. What I mean by that is if you can have people that build trust in you, they trust the process, they believe in the challenge, they work out, then approach them about coaching, your business is going to build roots. It's going to build deep roots and it's going to go down. Because if you have a shallow organization with tons of people, they like you, so they hang out with you, that's cool. But you want to have a business that's deep rooted and is going to be going out. And people that sign up as coaches right away and they sign up as a challenge and they've got to learn how to be a coach and they've got to do this, this, and this. Not for me, sorry. I got a family and a full-time job. You get in one fight with your grandma and they're out. Right? They get in a fight with somebody, they go through a marriage problem, first thing to go is this because it's too much. So we want this to be something that helps people and it empowers them, as opposed to something that's a hindrance and a stressor. And I've really found that if I wait at least 3 weeks and then we talk about it, knock on wood, but I rarely have coaches, knock on wood, go inactive and quit. And I think the reason being is, number one, the challenge is there's no stop and start. We connect from the beginning and we persevere from start to finish wherever we are. And don't let these Facebook groups dictate your business and what your business is doing and when you're starting people, because that buck shows up and it's time to rock and roll, right? Worst case scenario, you get them on the app, start logging those workouts and shakes. If the challenge group starts in 2 weeks, this could help you, John. If it starts in 2 weeks, get that app going, even if it's only you and the person. Okay. All right. So, okay. Post workouts, invite. Okay. Now, who in here is like, man, I don't have any coaches. I wish I had coaches joining me. Okay. You ever feel like that? Danielle, I'm going to unmute you. How many people, I know since you're eating, how many people do you honestly invite to the coaching opportunity a week? Tell me the truth.
No, I'll be honest.
Not challenger, like somebody that's already like a trainer that you want to be like join up to be a coach right away. How many a week?
Probably once.
Right. So if you're shocked that you like don't have any coaches, you're not inviting anybody to the coaching opportunity, right? And I've noticed for you, Danielle, probably in the past month, you've gotten out of your comfort zone. You're starting to really feel good about yourself. You're posting about your tribe, your people. You're starting to do it, and it's scary, but you gotta do it, because otherwise it's going to be hard not to have people. Okay, enough of that one. Let's see, Diamond. Okay, anybody that is one of my personally sponsored coaches, there are so many fruit flies in here and I don't even know why. Any of my personally sponsored coaches that get to Diamond by December 15th, I will pay for your Coach Summit hotel in next year, the next one in 2018. Okay, so if any of my coaches get to, my personally sponsored coaches get to Diamond by December 15th, I will pay for your hotel. So that is
clarification.
Yes.
So am I just good then?
You like, what do you mean? Like if you're not a diamond, then you're a diamond again? No, I paid for your hotel when we went to LA. Right?
Yeah. So no double dipping.
No double dipping. And girl, if you are like aren't even a diamond, like I will find you and cut you. And I'm just kidding.
Valid.
Carrie's back. Carrie was like on this like European tour for like 5 years. It was like 5 weeks, but it seemed like 5 years. And we love you and we missed you. So that's really cool. So I'll like pay for your hotel for next year. And it's so funny because Carrie got like Michael Kors things, hotels. What else you get? A random like sticker once. My old pin. Bracelets. Okay. And then, okay. The next thing that I want to go over with you guys, and I'm sorry it's kind of jumbled around, 7:30, so we have about 10 more minutes before we go to questions, is the onboarding process of coaches. So before we go on to that, let's recap. We've talked about onboarding challengers. Challenge pack comes in on the 10th. Your challenge doesn't start to the 15th. 99% of the time, your coach is going to go inactive, and you're going to have tons of inactive coaches. That's going to be a swinging door. Try to avoid that by the things we've talked about. Also, going over the challenge, one-on-one, adding them in, the Diamond Prize for December 15th. Now, the onboarding of coaches. When we onboard a new coach, what do we do? Okay? There's 3 things that I would suggest doing, and I've been doing this for a while, and I've been playing around with this for a while, and I found that this process works. Okay? The first thing is we have a training site. It is, I just saw you were on here, Carrie. Now I'm like super excited. Okay. No, it's not. It's Boom Empire. Boom Empire training. That is not right. BoomEmpireTrainingsite.com. And what in the flip? Hold on. I have my husband's computer, so it's hard to type on it. Okay, now, the Boom Empire training site. The first thing that I would have your coaches do is watch this video. This is going over the online office, okay? Now, this says Coach Basics. This is not to be confused with the Coach Basics that is on Facebook. This is completely different, okay? So, what do we do as new coaches? We have a business quick start guide, the first 30 action plan. And this is broken down into phases. The launch phase, coming out as a Beachbody coach and pretty much not flipping up your business. And it goes through a launch phase of a variety of posts, what to do, how to put yourself out there. It's kind of like an independent study for coaches in the first 30 days, okay? That is step 1 because, again, Team Boom, we run, and if you want that site again, it's www.boomempiretrainingsite.com. It's very detailed and very thorough. Now, same problem we run into. Team Booms, our training groups start, the 10th of every month? I sign you up on the 9th. Now, first of all, first mistake, I threw you into challenge, comment on everything that has a red circle emoji, threw you in the coach group, and now by the time you get 3 weeks in this Team Boom training group start, you've already emotionally disconnected because you are overwhelmed, you are annoyed, and you are shut down, and you are ghost town, okay? So slow down with your people, okay? So if you have challengers that you're signing up as coaches right away, I would leave them alone about training them how to be a coach for at least a couple weeks until they are in that training group. You have gone over it with them, and then you can show them about the independent study website and go from there, okay? So they start doing that independently. then it is your duty to them, because you sign them up, and we want to give ourselves a good name, right? We don't want to just do what those other people do out there, like sign up to, pimp out wraps, and then 10 minutes later, you're like, do you want to be on my test group? Girl, you didn't even get your package yet. Okay? So you gotta like go slow with people. I've messed up a lot of people in the past. Slow down with them. You have the Boom Empire training site. You're talking with them one-on-one. And then you also have the Facebook Team Boom training thing. To be honest with you, I am the kind of person where I feel like if I didn't do the Facebook training group, that my coaches might miss something. But to be honest with you, I think that, and I'm not saying there's a right way or a wrong way, but if we can teach people how to believe in themselves and how to actually coach and not the mechanics of it, like you can kind of learn about the FAQ later. But there's a lot of that in our Team Boom ones that we do about the back office and all of those things, which are important. But when you first come out as a coach, and when you first start helping people, and when you first start putting yourself out there as a hope giver and a life changer, to me, that is the most important training that we can give our new coaches that we bring on, Because if we overwhelm them so much with like all the mechanics of it, it can get really stressful. So love them and nurture them and help them and slow down with them. Okay? So I talk really fast. So the onboarding process would be connecting with our coaches, our new coaches one-on-one when we sign up a new coach. Show them the Boom Empire training website, which should take them about a month to get through. And then they also have the Facebook coaching training site. Okay? Now, we've gone over 3 main components in this call. We have gone over onboarding to a challenge group. So quick quiz. John, what happens if your challenge pack comes in on the 10th, but the challenge group doesn't start till the 25th? What would be the steps in between there? Like, what would you suggest doing? Oh, I think you're on mute. Hold on, let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead.
I would immediately get them in the app so that they can start logging once they get their stuff.
Right.
I would also take it very slow, not overwhelm them. I would have a one-on-one call with them so that I could show them actually how to do things at a very slow pace.
Right. Good. Randy, what would be the top 3 things that we would do when we would onboard a new challenger into our challenge groups? That you had to pick 3 things to do with your new challenger. What would be the top 3 things we would do instead of just throwing them in there? Welcome, Susie.
You want to explain to them their challenge pack, have like a one-on-one call with them, go through it and everything, walk them through that. And then also talk to them about the Facebook. Sorry, I have a child. Okay. Have a conversation about the Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then, explain to them about what goes on in there and stuff too.
Okay.
But we also want to get their measurements, their before picture.
When are the measurements due? Which day of the week? Every what? Every Sunday.
Sunday.
Right.
Yep. And go over the on-demand.
Right. Going over the on-demand in detail. Yes. Very, very important. 10 points, John. You get 11. Okay. Now, Heather, why would it be annoying if I was to post on my Facebook every single day? Hey, I'm on day 4. I'm on day 5. Here's my workout video, day 6. How would you, what would be a better way to, and you're really good at this. So you did your workout, you put it out there. Now how, and we talked about the comparison between the feeling that Mac computers give people, we don't want to just talk about like, we don't want to be Adele and just be like, what we were talking about. Like, how would we connect with people emotionally when we're posting? Like, what would be a good way to do that as we're branding ourselves as network marketers? Like, how would you do that?
Breadcrumbs about more so how working out helps you feel, how it helps your day get better, the improvements that it's brought to your life, instead of just like, look at me, day 7. After a while, people, they don't want to see that, because then they think that they can't do it. And then they just fall off and they don't care. So, if you can constantly just show how it betters your life, how the shakes give you more energy or whatnot, that just keeps drawing people in, like, hey, maybe there is something to that, because I've seen a skyrocket in positivity and good things going on in our life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But you have to share the hard things too, because, if you're perfect.
Nobody likes that.
Exactly.
Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
Once you forget to share the hard stuff, you're going down a very slippery slope.
I've been sharing a lot of hard stuff lately too. So.
Yeah. And like, I don't have to be like, man, my dad whooped me in the 3rd grade and like a bad human being. Like, you don't have to like go that far. Because you know what? The second I put something up there, like the one day where I was like struggling because of my brother and he is, in prison, which is like way taboo. And I made this long post. I will not tell you guys. I have 300 likes, but I will not tell you the family stuff. My mom calling, like, goodness, and blah, blah, blah. And, and it's a slippery slope, like you gotta be careful, but you don't have to tell it all, but just little things. Like, you had a hard day, like, like just a little bit, because people can relate to that. Okay, now let's see. Okay, let me look on my list right here. What questions does anyone have? Does anyone have any questions, struggles you're having, anything that you would like to ask, or questions about what we've gone over so far?
The only question I have, hi.
Hey, Hope.
What's going on, woman? Okay, the only question I have is, because I've been working with this one friend, Bobby, is
Right.
How do you swap her? She was trying to find it, and I'm not going to see her again till Thursday, but I want to get her switched into the coach sooner, not because she wants to be a coach and add people. She wants the discount. Because
Right.
the one thing she has been consistent about is drinking her shake, period. So she's kind of struggling on the workout. I send her gifts. I'm obsessed with the gift now on the on the text. So I look up the drink more. If you look up drink more water in your gift and you have somebody that's struggling with that, start sending them those gifts, and they're funny and they remind them. It's like one of them. It's great.
You want to know?
So how do I switch her? Where is that hidden in there?
Okay, so what you do is you have the app.
Can she do it from the My Account page on her on her computer?
So basically what you do, and I'll show you really quick, is you go to
And I'm sorry I'm running around. I'm multitasking, trying to get ready for this week.
so basically you just go to www.teambeachbody.com, and then you go to coach, and then you just she clicks on be a coach, and then she just clicks be a coach. She signs in with the email she bought her challenge pack with. And she signs in with the email she bought, like she'll sign in, and then it'll just take her to, like, it'll just take her there. So www.teambeachbody.com.
Yep.
Coach, be a coach, sign in. It's going to prompt her to buy more stuff. I tell people to scroll past it unless they want something. Just scroll past everything. At the bottom, it says just sign me up. It's $39.95. And then that makes them a coach. And then once they sign up as a coach, you go to
So she already has the account, so she still has to go to
she just signs in because she's signing into her account.
Okay.
She's signing in, and then she does coach, Well, it won't let me here because
Yeah, and it wouldn't let me either. Okay, I'll try to
because
find
we're
it. I
already
thought it would be in
coached.
there.
Yeah, because we're already
Okay.
a coach, so
That's why I couldn't see it when we were trying to do it over the phone the other day. So I'm
yeah.
gonna see. I
So
think
you
I'll
can,
see
you
her
can
Thursday.
even do it for her if she's your friend, but she just signs in, and then basically, if she wants to buy another challenge pack, she could create a whole nother account. But
Yeah, no, she just wants to upgrade this one. And I've taken it really slow with her. It's a money thing. It's financially more viable for her to obviously upgrade.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And you want to have her do that because getting to Emerald is good, because once you get to Emerald, if you are getting Success Club, you're going to get those challengers. And then those challengers, you would add them into the app if they're not responding to you like we talked about. And then they're more likely to respond to you through the app. But we can revisit that a little bit later. Okay, any other questions that anybody has? I do want to show you one more quick thing because we have about 5 more minutes because I like to keep these under an hour. I know you guys are like, why? I feel the same way sometimes too, guys. Okay, now we want to be a coach, but we're like, we sit down at the computer and we're like, man, how do I even run a coaching business? Like, what do I do? Go in the challenge groups, work out, drink my shake? That's great. But if we had a class and you guys were in my class and there was 4 things that were going to give you 100, you would have drinking your Shakeology, 25 points, working out, 25 points, personal development, 25 points, inviting, 25 points. That gives you 100. You have an A in my class. Or you have 4 things to do, right? And if you're working out and you're drinking your Shakeology, now look, and Carrie has brought this up to me before, and Michelle and I have talked about this in detail. You can be a very successful coach by not rank advancing because you're helping people, you believe in it. But if you want to go full circle and you really want to start making some money and you want to get challengers and you want to build a business, okay, then there would be the 4 things. So if you're just drinking your Shakeology and working out, that would be great, but you would have a 50 because you're missing what? Personal development and the inviting. So everybody should have this. If you do not have it, please PM me after this call and I will send it to you. Daily tasks. What do? We read personal development, proof in the product, Shakeology workout, post on social media, invite people. That's just like a little list of things to do every single day. And then there is a script meaning like you're inviting people. Like you invite people in detail. Like this tells you what to say, kind of like how they have Microsoft Word for dummies. I feel like this is like coach what to do in 3 pages, like so easy. Because like if that's like Cliff Notes, like nobody wants to read the whole book. Like just get the Cliff Notes. So if you don't want to do Coach Basics and you are not going to do anything and you are going to be a wild child and go your own way, that's great, because here is 9 pages of everything you would need to know to be successful as you know what I mean. All right. So things to say to people. I start with my A's and I go to my friends on Facebook and I start with my A's. Hope you're having a great week, John. I wanted to reach out to you and let you know that I'm running a free 5-day clean eating group. I don't do free anymore. I don't run any free groups. But if you're starting to build a business, you might want to do that to build a following. For me, I don't do it anymore. I do a selfie challenge for 3 days, but I'll tell you that about another time. Or you could say, hey girl, thanks for showing me love on my photo. We've talked about this in detail before. Guys, I don't post on my Facebook wall times a day because I want everyone to know I'm in the car with my kids going to the post office. I do it because it generates likes and people like my stuff. And then I put on, hey, Suzanne, thanks for giving me love on my page. Oh my gosh, Landon and I, my son, we've just been having the best time. He's such a great assistant. What's going on these days? Not, hey, you want some information about my challenge group? Because I'm going to tell you no 100% of the time. So we do what's called forming. Everybody in here should know what forming is. Forming is, I'm talking to this person. I'm like, this is my family. What's going on with your family? Good to talk to you, John. What are you up to these days? Form is the O. Occupation would be, what are you What are you up to these days? Then we start building a relationship. We talk for a little bit. Maybe we don't talk about the challenge pack yet, because the M of the letter form is my message. Family, occupation, relationship, message. You can't go from what's going on to my message, because you miss the middle, you lose the sale and the person in the life to change. So, you know, this is the icebreaker. Then we talk a little bit. Okay. You say, hey, yeah, things are going good at work. I'm also running some of these online challenge groups. They're super fun. You know, you got to talk to them. You don't just say, hey, let me shoot you some information. Then you shoot them some information and you say, hey, so what do you think? No, that's what an amateur would do. You talk to them first. You send them the information. Then you ask them what they liked. Then you ask them what questions they have, because then they're going to tell you that they want to know how much it is. So I always say, this is about my challenge. It's perfect for the busy. I save a lot of money because I replace a meal. I've already squashed the objections when I'm explaining it to them. Time, money, all that stuff. Then they want to know how much it is. And we've kind of already talked about that before we get to the sealing the deal part. So anyway, you guys can read through this. This is a little bit of things for you to look at. Now, the information part, this is a little tricky in here. This sends them the Beachbody promo and about the meal plan. I do not send that. I feel like that is business suicide to send that. That is in this script. I urge you to make your own video and record yourself with your phone, saying what you could do it with Zoom, but that's a whole nother thing, because you got to share the screen, you got to record it, then you got to upload it to YouTube. That's a whole nother training. It took me a month to, hold on one second, Jamie. It took me a month to explain all that to my coaches, how to do this. But if you can record yourself, even if you record like you use your iPhone, if you're not tech savvy, you can record yourself talking about the challenge, who you are, why you're doing it. And then you could show them, record part of your computer showing the Beachbody On Demand and then the challenge. That's what I send to people when I give them more information. I don't send them the what is Shakeology and Autumn Calabrese going over the meal plan. Now I'm selling them something from the TV, and I'm a DVD salesman. I'm selling myself, and I'm selling my challenge group. And once I started doing that, my yeses have gone through the roof. Okay? So jot down really quick if you want some help on making that video and how to do that. Those of you that are going to Summit, we could make one all together if you want to, which we should since we're all together. What our challenge group is, all of us working out. You should join us, show you our Facebook. It would take 1 hour when everybody else is running around boozing the flip out of themselves, because I've been doing this a long time. And we need to utilize, I mean, you can still have fun, but if we could take 1 hour out of the madness, we should make one of these as a team, because I think it's going to have us go through the roof. And John, can you remind me to do that? Because Jamie will tell me I get there and I forget what I'm doing. And we really should make one of these as a team while we are there.
Yes.
If you are not there, don't worry about it, because you can still use it. We'll have you say who you are, and we'll blend the video together so it looks like it's yours too. Okay? All right, so don't freak out. Jamie, what is your question?
Unmute myself first. So this is kind of about the script, and I'm wondering if you can give some clarity on how to start the conversation with people who like your posts that aren't specifically related to like your fitness journey. So for example, yesterday I posted about my lovely cat pillow here.
Oh my God, I'm jealous of that.
So how do I because I know in the past you said, okay, take note of people who like your posts. So I posted about, our new addition to our home decor, and I got so many people replying to that as opposed to my fitness journey posts. So how do I get that conversation started with those people? Because they're typically people who don't comment on my fitness journey.
And that's what you want, because you're branding yourself, and I love it. That post and the one with the glasses that you did today, those were amazing. What I do is I say Hey, Dedra, thanks for liking my cat pillow. Like, I'm just obsessed with cats and pizza. Just something like go to their wall and then I'll see like if they have like a picture of a horse, be like, oh, your horses are super cute too. Like, what are you up to these days, or something like that? Or thanks for giving me love. I don't know if you would be interested. You probably see all my crazy workout stuff, and I make it super casual. I say, after we talk, I'd love to invite you to my online fitness challenge. Basically, it's a bunch of us attempting to eat healthy, LOL, and sharing fitness tips. Would you love the deets? I used to say, like, hey, I have this amazing challenge group, and we're one of the top ones in the nation, and our groups are fabulous. Nope.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking too. Because I mean, like, if people like that post and because they love cats or whatever, they're not going to necessarily want to know about my fitness group that I got going on.
Well, you just tell them. I say, hey, girl, thanks for giving me the love on my pillow. Like, it's awesome. Like, this is where I got it. You should totally check it out. And then for the next week, twice a week, I will Monday. I will like one of their photos and comment on it. Friday, I will like one of their photos and comment on it. Next Thursday, I'm going to, hey, girl, I don't know if you would be interested in this, and I know it's kind of random, but I'd love to invite you to my next challenge. First contact was, taking it a step back. I added you as a friend, and I don't know you. The first thing I'm going to do is, hey, Jamie, thanks for accepting my friend request, sending you positive vibes with a unicorn and a rainbow. I'm done with it. They say, hey, girl, thanks. I'm done with it. Then 2 months later, you happen to like my cat pillow. That's cool, because now we're going to talk about the cat pillow. Then I'm going to stalk you on Monday and Friday and like some of your stuff. The following week, I'm going to invite you. Because you could do 100 invites and sell one challenge pack, but you might as well do 10, build relationships with people, and seal the deal and slow down. That's what I did. 4%. Randy's operating at 4%. Your phone died. Okay. So,
I have a question.
yes.
Okay. So yesterday I had a really good conversation with two people. I mean, it was really good. And we were talking about each other's life. And then they both got down to the price. And so we went over the programs and everything. And they said it was doable, but now it's cricket. So I'm like, how long do I wait to say, or do I go back on their page, wait for them to post something, and then talk about what's on their page and don't bring it up?
So did they say it was too expensive?
No. They said it was doable, but I don't want to be like, hey, you said it was doable, so what's up?
Okay, well, there's two sides of that. When was it doable? Today?
Yesterday.
Did you give them the link to sign up yet or no?
No, because they didn't give me, I was waiting for the go. Like my other ones, they'll tell me like, okay, I'm ready to sign.
Mm-mm. So it's doable. So I write up a little thing and I say, hey, no rush, but I wanted to shoot this over to you quick because my week's about to get super busy because I was too busy to get back to you. It's a perfect Sunday. My week's about to get super busy. I want to shoot you over my sign up link to go ahead and sign up. Once you're signed up, we can also do a one-on-one call to go over everything. So I wanted to shoot this over to you. I can have your start date be Friday, whatever Friday is this week. I hope to hear from you. I hope to hear from you over the next.
All the way.
I hope to hear from you over the next few days. Okay. Now,
Okay.
If they say it's too expensive, I kind of talk to them, and then once or twice a week, I always do those objection posts.
Oh yeah, I got the expensive ones down. Like I've always put dates out to talk to them again and see where they are because I explained to them, yeah, at one point, it was, I don't say it was expensive, but I said I put my Shakeology price within my grocery bill, and that's how I was able to get the program. So you just have to time management and budget, which they understand it, and that's how I was getting people because they made it.
Right.
They made it possible. And so I get a call saying, hey, I got the money now.
Right. And how are people going to know that it's going to add value to their life? And how are people going to know that they want to in their grocery bill? Because I see you living it every day by following you on your wall. Right?
Right.
So I'm going to believe in you more. I'm going to see you doing it. I'm going to believe in you more, and I'm going to see you doing it. So I'm more apt to make a decision to purchase from you if I see you doing it, because I see you doing it, and then I know I can. If I see 80 share posts of like, you know, Daffy the Duck, like it's going to be hard to like join you. Yes.
I was just gonna throw something in there. One-liner that's worked really well for me when I get to that point where they're like, "Yeah, I'm down," and I'm like, "Okay, great. So, are you ready?" You know, like whatever. Something just comes to a standstill. The line that I've started using that has worked really, really well has been, like, "Hey, girl. So, on a scale from 1 to 10, how ready are you to?" And then fill in the blank with the goals that they had talked to you about. Like adding in some sort of emotional aspect of it. Like, how ready are you to start feeling confident in your own skin again? How ready are you to prove those chicks wrong who said that shit to you at the gym? Like, you know, whatever it is, like something that would make her feel emotional. Like, because so the first part is on a scale from 1 to 10, how ready are you to fill in the blank? And then I say, because if you were serious about those goals, I'm serious about helping you reach them.
That's great. Okay.
Yeah.
I've gotten almost 100% response from that. So that kind of helps to pick the conversation back up and keep it moving.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. And it's going to be super uncomfortable saying those things too, you know, but it's just kind of like, you just gotta put it out there and say, you know, I'm ready now if you want me to help you sign up, you know. And 99% of the time, guys, like I'm already at Success Club 10 right now. And every single person that I have sold a challenge pack to this week, I have gotten on the phone with every single one of them. And I've said to them, because I don't know these people. And if I say, hey, you met me online, click on this link and buy something from me, stranger danger. I say, hey, look, if this is too Facebook weird, I'm available tomorrow at like 4 o'clock, and 7:30. Can I call you then so we could just go over it? Because I know this is super creepy online. Let's chat. And every single person went ahead and signed up. No, it sucks, you know, because you got to get on the phone, like you got life. But small things like that over time are really going to add up. Okay? Yeah. And it's not, and none of those people were responding to me. They were all ghosts. And a non-response is not a no. A non-response is a non-response. A no is a no. That's really important also. Okay. Any other questions before we jump off? Hey, Nikayla. Nikayla and I grew up together. We had a boat in the same marina when we were younger. Y'all are wondering who Nikayla is. All right, guys. Well, if you are also, last thing, if you are a new coach and you have not had a one-on-one with me, please sign up for a one-on-one. Lastly, next week, Sunday, we have Coach Summit. I will be leaving New Orleans, probably like Sunday, like morning, early afternoon. So I hate to say we're not going to have a team call, but if there's anybody out there that is not, I think everyone's going to Summit or is going to somewhere else over the next couple of days. So I'm going to post a training in the coach group in lieu of our meeting for everybody to do. And I guess maybe would you like me to make a training video on how to make a video of yourself going over the challenge group? Okay, I will do that and have a training, and then those of us that are going to be at Summit, we're gonna also make, because if you people want more information about it, we don't want to see Autumn Calabrese going over the containers. We should make one of us. This is what it is. This is what our group is. Do you guys want to join? If you aren't there, don't worry, because we will, like Suzanne, I know you already have one, so we can make we can merge your video together, some footage of you on your Zumba conference, because she is going to a huge Zumba conference, which is absolutely awesome. We cannot wait to follow you on that journey. A little bit of the video you've already made and a little bit of us in Nashville. And we can, John Houston is really good at media, and we can merge them all together so you have one of like all the excitement. So we can do that. And anybody else, we can get you a good video, because I think that's what's going to give you guys the slight edge, and especially our team. Okay? All right. Well, does anybody have any other questions, concerns? All right. And I saw your messages too, Jacqueline. I will do that when I get back. And I will see you tomorrow morning, Megan, 6:30 for our one-on-one. And there's a couple other of you that I'm also going to be talking to tomorrow. I'm excited about it. So everyone have a great night, and I'll see the rest of you guys at New Orleans in a couple days. Bye, guys.